My name is Chris Cook. I'm the Managing Director of the Office of Communication and Marketing at Texas Tech University and Texas Tech Public Media. Texas Tech University is full of great communicators, and together we hope to bring you perspectives and insight that can help you in your field. Communication is what we do every day, and it's intricately connected to our success and failures. This is Communicators in a Cart. Dr. Michelle Pantoya is the J.W. Wright Regents Chair for Mechanical Engineering. Well respected nationally among her peers, Dr. Pantoya's research involves the study of energetic and explosive materials for the military. She's also passionate about bringing the field of engineering to youth, as she and a colleague have written 4 children's books relating the science to preschool and early grade school students.
Come on in.
Good morning, Dr. Pantoya.
Good morning, Chris.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Would you like to go get some coffee?
Yeah, I'd like
All right,
to.
great.
Thank you. This is a bit of a shortcut.
This is a shortcut.
Thanks. Well, this is great.
Yeah, it's I just go down the hall and say, "Can I use a card at 11 o'clock on Friday?" Sure.
I came here about 17 years ago, and I think when I started here, our entire department had 500 undergraduate students, and now I think we're up to 1,700 undergraduate students.
The growth overall has been amazing, but engineering has been one of the, well, among all the shining stars we have, just one of the brightest.
It's exciting. Just a tea, a small tea.
A small coffee too, please. On the way over here, you're talking about you've been here 16 years.
Yes.
And you are you're chair?
Endowed chair, yes.
Endowed chair of mechanical engineering. Looking over those 16 years.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the growth of mechanical engineering, but also engineering department overall.
I think a lot of the growth in engineering is from a lot of things that are being done across the country to sort of educate younger people, middle school and even high school, about what engineers can do and how it's a natural extension of science and how science is exploring the world around us, and engineers take that science and they use it to design technologies.
Maybe science has always, and engineering specifically, has always been there, but when did you decide mechanical engineering is what I'm going to do?
That's a good question. My father was an engineer, and I grew up in Southern California. He worked for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory to further the Apollo missions. And so what I remember as being very young is my father coming home to show, honestly, my mother these beautiful pictures. He was talking to my mother about the different things that they were going to be creating, and that these were sort of ideas of how they were going to look. I remember looking up at the kitchen table at those pictures and just being in awe that he did that. And you know, he was a rather quiet man. He is a rather quiet man, so he didn't talk much about exactly what he was doing, but he didn't need to, because he was so passionate about his work, and passion is contagious. So when I just saw his excitement for what he was doing, that's all it took. And I just kept looking at the pictures and going through them, and my mother said, "You know, Michelle, if all of those people could figure all that stuff out, you can too." I'm a big advocate for early engineering education. And so I think that to stimulate kids and to get them excited about engineering starts in very early years. In fact, kindergarten.
Well, speaking of that, you and one of your colleagues
Yes.
at another university
Yes.
have written and published children's books relating engineering to grade school kids, and I mean as early as preschool
Right.
And on.
Right.
Talk about those a little bit.
Okay, that's fun. That's a lot of fun, and that started because so Emily Hunt, she's a dean over at West Texas A&M. She was the one who realized that when we both had children at very young ages, we had a very hard time explaining to them what engineers do, and they understand doctors, they understand teachers, they understand police officers. And I thought, well, engineers need to be as understandable as these other professions. And so we decided to make our own picture book that we could read to our own kids and try to communicate all the fun things that engineers do. So the way we designed the book was to ask them questions and engage them, get them to answer the questions. And if they can answer the question, they feel empowered. So we asked, do engineers make elephants with long swinging trunks? And then the kids say, no, they don't make elephants. So they know the answer to that question. They know that an elephant is not something that an engineer could create. And then the next page talks about something that an engineer can create. And then we thought that this could be used by teachers and other parents. So we published it. We published Engineering Elephants. It's been such a tool that so many people can use to start breeding familiarity about engineering to the youngest age group.
Well, I think, and I can speak for a lot of people, because I've heard your name for a long time, and always been spoken in the best of lights. But I think the impact you have on your students, the representation you have with the college, not just mechanical engineering, but the Whitaker College of Engineering.
Yes.
And just being a wonderful representative of Texas Tech University also reflects on our other faculty as well. I think you are a wonderful example of the type of faculty we have here, and our students are benefiting from that. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, let's have a cheers. Cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers to this nice discussion. Thank you so much.